The nostalgia is strong with this one. So they added the Reclaimer 18 to the game, aka the Spaz 12. I went ahead and grinded out Interstellar and Borealis on this weapon, and as you can see, it looks absolutely gorgeous with Interstellar camo between the camo itself and the mapping of the camo. Thankfully, the challenges were pretty easy for this one. Get 50 operator kills, get 50 hipfire kills, get 10 operator kills while ADS, get 10 double kills, get 2 operator kills shortly after sprinting in 1 life, get 2 operator kills within 10 seconds of each other 15 times, and get 10 hipfire kills while strafing. And then here we have Borealis, and man, I don't know, between Interstellar and Borealis on those weapons specifically, I don't know which I prefer. As I've said in many of these camo videos at this point, you know, it really depends on the weapon, right? Like for some weapons, Interstellar just looks better, while in other cases, Borealis looks better. So, you know, again, it just really depends on the weapon. On this one, I really feel like it goes either way. Both Interstellar and Borealis just look great on this weapon. They're both mapped perfectly, they both look amazing. And similarly, the challenges were pretty easy for this one. Get 250 kills, 250 hipfire kills, 250 kills while using electric damage, aka the dead wire ammo mod, getting 20 consecutive kills without taking damage 10 times, the usual 100 kills and successfully extract, 300 pack-a-punch kills, and then the usual 10 special or elite zombie kills, and then boom, you have Borealis. They also ended up adding a sledgehammer to the game. Unfortunately, I did not get to max this one out yet because while I was spending a lot of time getting the Reclaimer done, like I kid you not, it took me at least an extra hour or two compared to how long it should have taken me because the multiplayer servers had just been absolutely broken, and even over in zombies, I was experiencing a lot of issues, so it just took me a while to get that weapon done, and unfortunately, I only got to dive in and use the sledgehammer for 1 game. The challenges are pretty easy though. Get 50 operator kills, get 10 operator kills without the enemy damaging you, get 10 operator kills from behind, 2 operator kills without dying 15 times, and then there's Interstellar, and then in zombies it's just the usual get kills, and then the rest of these mastery camo challenges are all the same. So I mean, usually at this point in the video, we would kind of dive into a match and I'd just kind of show off the camo, how everything looks, and just, you know, have a bit of fun, but unfortunately, again, the servers have been really buggy. It depends on the match. Sometimes you get into it and it's fine at first, but then it gets really buggy later on, and sometimes it's just buggy the whole way through, so we're gonna do our best here. They have some new modes added to the game, the first of which being Bit Party, which literally just turns all of the heads into looking like something, I don't even know, something like Minecraft, Trove. Then they have this mutation mode where essentially one team is just like the normal humans running around shooting, and then the other team is essentially like, if you've played any of the Warzone events where you have superpowers, that's basically what it's like. It's genuinely a lot of fun. I was having a lot of fun playing that. You can even play as a Hellhound in that mode, which is pretty cool. And then we have the new map Incline, which some people were mistaking as being Summit, but it most definitely is not Summit. It is an original map, so I guess first things first, we'll dive into Bit Party. Why not? That's like the most original thing here. They also have some new events going on. So they have the same DNA event going on again. I already completed the first tier of it, and I got as far as I could with the second one. Unfortunately, we're kind of just locked out of progress for now until they unlock the next tier of rewards. They also have this Retro Warfare event going on, which you need to unlock a total of 705,000 XP to unlock the final reward, that being the Bit Blaster Blueprint. So I'll be making a video solely dedicated to this once I finish the event, going over all the rewards and this final mastery camo, but, you know, I mean, it looks fine, I guess. I'm currently at like, what, 240,000 XP, I think? Yeah, 244.2 thousand XP out of the 705, so I should have it done within a day or two. Unfortunately, it gave us Airborne. See, they have a new map solely dedicated to this mode called Bitvela. It's literally Favela, but it's just like, you know, 8-bit. That map's pretty cool, but there is a lot of other maps that are kind of thrown into the mosh pit here, so I would back out and keep looking for it, but I mean, the chances are kind of like 1 in, you know, however many other maps that are there in the playlist. Also, I feel kind of ripped off. So earlier in the year, now keep in mind, I never purchased bundles, so I didn't actually have to purchase the bundle with money outright, but I do pre-order the Vault Edition of these Call of Duty games every single year, and with the Vault Edition this year, they gave me the Season 1 Black Cell Battle Pass, which means I had a bunch of extra COD points I was sitting on, so I used those COD points to, I forget what the bundle was called exactly, but it came with these cool, like, arcadey blueprints and such. I'll even go ahead and make a class with it to show it off to you guys. Right here with the Rival 9, yeah, one of the blueprints is called the Arcade Rhythm, and if I switch over to it, as you guys are about to see when it loads in, yeah, see, it shoots like these cool 8-bit tracer rounds, and again, I didn't have to actually pay any money for this. One of the main things that I wanted for this, though, was the cool inspector. You click it, it shows, like, the Advanced Warfare startup screen, and just for, like, a brief glimpse before that, you can even see, like, the Call of Duty Ghosts logo, like, right before Advanced Warfare pops up, which is really cool. But basically, the reason that I feel kind of ripped off is because when you would kill an enemy with this, it would do that. It would do that effect right there, where, you know, they kind of melt into, like, an 8-bit thing, and I thought it was, like, cool and unique to that bundle, which is part of the reason why I bought it. But as you can see here in this mode, it just kind of has that tracer by default now in this mode specifically. Now, granted, this is an LTM, so it's not like I actually feel ripped off or anything. I was like 99.9% joking when I said that, because obviously, you know, these tracer rounds are still really cool, and they do apply in every mode outside of this one, so, you know, it's not like I actually feel ripped off. I was joking. Mostly, it is just kind of one of those head-scratching moments where it's like, oh, I bought this cool bundle earlier in the year, but now it's just kind of like in the game anyway. Also, I don't know how well it's going to show up in the video, but if you guys can kind of see how jittery it's starting to get, this is not the worst that it got. Like yesterday, it got to a point where I'm not kidding when I say that the game was running at least maybe 5 FPS at most, and even then, I had a point where the game froze for like 5 seconds straight, so at that point it was literally 0 FPS. The multiplayer for the most part is just kind of unplayable and unstable right now, which is really unfortunate, because again, I'm trying to grind out this event, but when multiplayer is in this state, I'm only really able to earn about maybe half of the XP that I normally would, just because it's so hard to actually play and streak out, and streaking out is a huge proponent of earning XP, because obviously, yes, getting kills earns you XP, but once you start to streak out, you know, you go and you're like, you're bloodthirsty, you're merciless, ruthless, whatever, that's when you earn a lot of bonus XP there, and it's just really hard to do that when I'm lagging as bad as I am. And I know for a fact that has nothing to do with my internet or anything like that, and you know, I was looking online and it seems like a lot of people are having quite similar issues when it comes to just how unstable everything is right now, which is really unfortunate. One thing about this mode that's pretty cool is, as you guys have probably noticed at this point, you know, the jumps are a bit higher, and the more that you kill people, the more like abilities and stuff that you get, so you're able to like jump higher, but your head also gets a bit bigger, and when you kill the people with like the bigger heads, it gives you more and more XP depending on how big their head is. Speaking of which, Call of Duty did something really scummy yesterday, so I've had a lot of COD points that I've been sitting on, so again, this would have been a bundle where I wouldn't have actually had to purchase it, because again, I don't really like spending actual money on bundles. Like, it's just one of those things where it's like, if I have enough COD points, I'll do it, but otherwise, I'm not going to spend real money. And I was in that position yesterday where originally they put the 8-bit Blitz pack into the store, and it was really cool, right? Because you guys know me, I'm a nostalgia junkie. I've been playing games since like the PS1 era. The first system that I ever played on was the SNES when I was 3 years old. And furthermore, I also played a lot of NES and Atari growing up, so I just love lower bit things, you know what I mean? I just love that nostalgic look to it, and they had that pack in the store, as I was talking about, where it turns Ghost, Price, Soap, and Farah into like, you know, the literally like the skins that you're seeing in this mode. Like the skins that you can play as in this mode, that's what's in that bundle. Except obviously you're able to play as those skins just indefinitely in any mode, and I was like, wow, that's really cool, calling it my nostalgia. I have enough COD points. Screw it, I'll go ahead and splurge and get it. It's not like I have to spend any real money anyway. Well, originally, the bundle costed 2,000 COD points, and I was like, you know what, that's actually a fair price considering it's basically just default skins with an 8-bit filter. But then Call of Duty did this really funny thing where they literally pulled down the bundle from the store, and if you search it up online, you'll see there was tons of people like talking online like, where is this bundle? It's not in the store. I was gonna purchase it, but now it's gone. And then a few hours later, I'm talking like 2-3 hours later, the bundle was like put back onto the store, except then it costed 3,000. And again, at first, when it was first listed, it was only 2,000. So they literally pulled it down because they made a mistake just so they could readjust the price up to 3,000, which is like $10 more. And obviously at that point, I didn't have enough COD points to get it, so I was just like, yeah, you know what, never mind, I'm not gonna get it then. If I'm gonna be honest, it felt a little scummy, but it is what it is. It also would have been nice if I could have got it, because for using one of those skins or having them equipped, it gives you a bonus 5,000 XP per match, which would have helped me get this done a lot faster. But again, they updated the price to 3,000, and it just feels kind of scummy, because again, they pulled it down just so they could up the price by 1,000 COD points. But anyways, I guess now we'll dive into the new map Incline, just so I can kind of show that off to you guys. This isn't a small map per se in the same way that like Stash House or Meat is, but it is still a smaller map. Also, I figured I'd just mention that we're not going to be playing the mutation mode in this video specifically, but once I make the video where like I complete the event and everything like that, because that'll obviously only be in like a day or two, then at that point I'll probably, you know, use the new blueprint, hop into the mode, and show it off in that video, just because, you know, we already have a bit to cover today. Furthermore, I think I might just end up knocking out 2 birds with 1 stone in that video, because they also have a new mode in Warzone, and I'm not very good at Warzone, so trying to dive into that and play it for a video, I'd probably only get maybe like 4 to 5 minutes of gameplay out of one match, just because of how fast I die over there. So today we'll be covering the Bit Party mode and this new map, and then in the next one we'll cover all the cool mutation superpowery stuff along with the finished event rewards and all that. But anyways, here we are on the new map Incline, and again, a lot of people were kind of getting confused. They were like, wait, is this Summit? But no, as you can see, it is definitely not Summit once you actually look at the layout and stuff like that. I mean, it's a cool snowy map. It does look really cool aesthetically. Like, I've said this many times before. I love snow aesthetics, whether it be in movies, games, real life. I just love snow, even though I live in Florida. Granted, I've experienced a lot of snow in my life because I actually used to live up north in Pennsylvania. I lived there for like my entire life. But just a couple of years ago, I moved down to Florida. Worst mistake of my life. Can't wait to move out of here. Anyways, as you guys are probably able to see, it's getting really laggy, jittery, almost unplayable. So I don't think we're going to be sticking around on this match for too long. But I'm gonna, yeah, this is getting pretty rough. I'm going to try to walk around. I should probably display like a motion sickness warning or something, because I'm not gonna lie, with how jittery it was getting yesterday, I started to actually feel a little sick and get a bit of a headache just because how unstable it was. So yeah, here's the middle. Oh gosh, this is actually getting really hard to look at. Like I said, the game is really unstable and kind of broken right now, so your mileage may vary. Some games will be fine, other ones will be like this. Like, I haven't had a single smooth match in multiplayer yet. Like, it gets smooth from time to time, but then it just goes back to this. I mean, I'm trying to show this map off to you guys, but this is pretty rough. I truly do apologize. I know a lot of people do like watching these kinds of videos so they can kind of get an idea for what the new content's like before they dive in and play it, but yeah, unfortunately, this one isn't really on me. I guess blame Call of Duty and their terrible servers right now. This is kind of a shame, but hopefully you get the gist and idea of this map. I think I'm gonna quit out before I contract a headache for the rest of the day. But anyway, outside of that, I mean, that kind of covers a lot of the new content that came with Season 4 Reloaded, right? We got the 2 new weapons, some of the new modes. Again, we'll be covering the mutation mode as well as the Warzone mode in the next video, where we also cover just, you know, when I finish up the event and all the rewards that you get for that. And otherwise, yeah, they also have the new unstable rifts and zombies, which you do get a really cool camo for finishing, so I probably will dive into that and try to unlock that camo. But otherwise, I'm kind of getting that feeling that things are probably going to be pretty quiet for the rest of the season otherwise. I mean, again, there is other events going on, like we got the DNA thing here that we can keep grinding out, and we will get a pretty okay-ish blueprint, I suppose, once we complete this event. It looks okay. It's not animated or anything like the last one was, so that's a thing. I mean, you know, not all blueprints or camos need to be animated, but in this case, I feel like it really would have benefited this one. But yeah, otherwise, anytime any new camos or events or anything like that come to the game, obviously we'll be covering it. Oh wow, okay, so they actually ended up updating this. I guess some people might have been complaining online because originally this event was only going to be going on for 6 days. Like, it literally said that it was going to be ending by next Wednesday, which I felt just you know, a bit short for an event like this where you have to grind out almost 1 million XP, 705,000 XP, but it seems like somebody went in and they actually ended up updating it, so rather than it ending this coming Wednesday, it'll be ending like 2 Wednesdays from now, so you guys actually have more time to complete this, which is good. You know, for me, it's no problem, right? In 1 day, I'm basically almost halfway done with the event, but for most people, yeah, that's a bit much to ask for in the span of 1 week. I'm also basically all out of double XP tokens. I'm trying to save these for like absolute emergencies, so yeah, I won't be spending these on this event. But anyway, as always, massive shout out, thank you all the Patrons and channel members. Thank you all in the low ball tier, and shout out, thank you all in the big ball tier. My last team, Danny Man, and the big shot that's on the G tier. Right, eventually, let's just go. Thank you guys so much. You guys are literal legends. I love you. Thank you guys for watching. Have an amazing day. Stay beautiful. I love you all. Peace.